As I begin this session, I'm aware that some of my gesso was entirely too thick and has made some unusual cracks. I'm not worried about that because this is, after all, a textured painting. I would not have any qualms about leaving it, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. What I'm going to do is try to do some corrections in the painting. Now, one of the things that I was trying to accomplish with this painting was using my paint to pour on the canvas, but I've learned since then that art pouring is actually a sort of new wave in abstract painting, especially. That's not what I'm after in this painting. I was only anticipating the liquidity of my paint and to make it flow onto the canvas. That's not working here because there is just too much texture in this painting. And quite frankly, it is so busy, I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to salvage it as it is. But in this portion of the video, I'm going to make a valiant attempt to make that happen. So watch as I continue to experiment with this painting. Well, it is at this point that I just got totally frustrated and realizing once again that this painting just got too busy and there was no way for me to simplify it. So what I ended up doing is just covering the whole thing with gesso. That part of the video has been lost in cyberspace. But you will see in this same video what I do with the painting once I get it covered up. And again, let me remind you, this is experimentation, and there's certainly a learning curve going on here. And I'm not totally unhappy with where I went from this place. So enjoy. First, I'm going to break up this red business going right here. Some separation. Well, as you can see, I have covered up the painting. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do here. For one thing, I'm going to give a tint to the background. That was one of the issues that I had earlier on. This is still slightly wet. My original thought was to use purple for my background color, and then later I decided when that dried that blue would be more pleasant, so I actually used ultramarine blue and gesso to change the background color. As you can see, I've begun to work on a second painting. This is the one which I've mentioned previously in this video that I'm just not happy with. So I thought it would be wise if I just let you watch this as I'm painting before I actually cover it up. And as we get toward the end of this video, it does look promising. And from overhead, which is the view that we have in the video, it does look like it's more successful than it really is. But if you get very close to the texture and see it in person, it's not so successful. And just to be honest, I don't like it. And if I'm not happy, ain't nobody happy, as they say. Well, I think I'm going to call it a day and call it a painting, albeit unfinished. And I will be back in touch with part 5, and that will definitely be the last part in this series. And I have been working here just to give a little bit of information about some of the problems of working through creative ideas and experiments. And I know that a lot of people I know enjoy those little 2-hour painting parties that are going on around town, and they're nice if you just want to get out, socialize with your friends, and have a little painting you can take home and a little wine. But I'm not really sure that they're teaching art. They're only entertaining you, and that's fine if that's all you want. But if you want to be a serious artist, then you really need to work at it, and you need to take some classes with someone who can teach you how to use your brushes, how to mix your paint, and so forth. But I will be back in touch with part 5, so stay tuned. In the meantime, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel.